Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We appreciate you new listeners for joining us, and if you're coming back, welcome back to the show.
I mean, there's no telling. Like he could be
I
getting,
don't have a
be
clue.
getting the real. Like if he is on something, he's getting the real shit.
Oh yeah,
He's
you know
not,
that's
like,
right.
He's not going down to Mexico and buying
Yeah.
at some pharmacy down there.
But they were like kind of alluding to the fact that guys that are in the spotlight who are selling products like his energy drink and stuff like that, and he does sell certain supplements, I think, or promote them. I don't know if The Rock's promoting any supplements or not.
He has his own brand.
But the people that are, if you're selling supplements and the like, but you're taking steroids, are you lying to people? You know what I mean? Because are people thinking that you look like that because you're taking, you know what I mean?
Yes. So I used to believe that shit. I'm like one of the people that got lied to, man. Like when I was in my early 20s, I was fucking naive as hell. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking do 3 protein shakes a day, fucking double scoop my pre-workout, eat 5 chickens, and
I'll get jacked. I remember you in the break room eating salads with no dressing. I was like, damn, dude.
I still do that.
That's rough. I can't do that. Gotta have some dressing.
The Tim Tebow thing, like he's just kind of he's one of those freaks of nature, man. I mean, he was 6'4", 250 and jacked coming out of high school.
Yeah. I mean, genetics are a huge part of all those guys that look like that. Obviously, you can't, me anyway, I can't even take steroids and look like that. I'm not gonna. I just don't have the
bone body structure.
Yeah. I'm just not me.
I mean, even if, let's say, you were on something, it wouldn't benefit you to get bigger. Like,
no.
You need to get smaller.
Yeah, not at your height. You'd have to be like Tater's height.
Yeah.
You'd be in the,
bigger,
what do they call
like
that?
Fucking bowling pin walking around.
Yeah. What is it? Tall and short class? They got a term for it now. For FBBA or whatever they call it these days.
Oh, yeah. There ain't no telling.
No, they got the...
Was it under 5'6" or something?
No, it's under a certain weight. It's a weight limit. But there's probably a height requirement too. But Phil Heath, he wasn't short, but he wasn't exactly tall either. And he won it six times, I think. I think he's like 6 foot, maybe like 5'10".
Yeah.
5'10", 6 foot.
He was a freak too.
But even today,
they're all on drugs, so
even today, you look back at Arnold's physique back then, and he was a monster.
But Tim Tebow, he's in immaculate shape. You got to remember, he tried out for the Jaguars 2 years ago, so he's
and I thought he was getting picked up by somebody as a tight end. Wasn't there recent talk about him being a tight end somewhere? Was that Jacksonville?
Yeah, it was Jacksonville when Urban Meyer was the coach for like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
But Urban Meyer's his college coach too.
He keeps bugging out on us. I like, looks like Trevor Lawrence is doing all right. Somebody, I guess, did the Cowboys beat Tampa Bay or something?
Yeah, beat their ass.
Did they?
Yeah. You know what you need to talk about?
What's that?
Fucking John Jones coming in hot.
Okay. Well, hang on now. The reason he's coming in. So did you see all the things that Francis Ngannou asked for before leaving the UFC?
I didn't see all the things. I did hear Dana White's comments. Okay.
Well, I think Dana White's just pissy because he lost probably one of his best fighters.
Well, he really didn't have the one that I saw, the interview I watched, he didn't have anything bad to say other than we offered him a contract. He would have been the highest paid heavyweight in UFC history. He turned it down.
Right. He wanted medical benefits and he got turned down. He wanted the right to have sponsorships and they turned it down. And he wanted, there was something else. He wanted it for all fighters. He wanted like health insurance mainly. Health insurance, the ability to get sponsorships.
To me, that's all reasonable ask because when the problem is the UFC is so big, when you sign with them, and other fight promotions may be this way, but they have their own sponsors like Reebok and
right.
Monster and all that. So when you sign a contract with them, you sign up for all of those things too.
You're signed up to be automatically. You are now a spokesperson for everybody that sponsors us,
Yeah,
whether you like it or not.
That was the big thing when they got the Reebok sponsor. I think it's Reebok.
I think you're right. Yeah, it was a big stink.
Yeah, because they came out with these fight kits, basically fight attire, and all the fighters had like a couple to pick from, and that was it.
Yeah, it's still not very popular.
But I think, to be honest with you, with Nagano out, I think that just sets John Jones up to win the title pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the guy he's fighting.
Gang's a beast. Yeah. He's a solid fighter.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wonder what kind of game plan Jones is coming in with. Because, his last, 5 or 6 fights, maybe more than that, he wasn't very aggressive. The only fight that he was really aggressive in was against Cormier.
Well, the last few fights have such long layoffs. He's not look crisp. You know what I mean? He's been years between fights here in the last 4 or 5 years. And I think that shows up on the tape when you watch him.
Did he go back? I can't remember. See, it's been so long since he fought. Did he win back the light heavy title and then vacate it to go to heavyweight?
I don't
know if he vacated or he got suspended. We'd have to.
Well, he did. He hasn't been suspended since his last fight.
Oh, I found it. The things that Francis asked for was, he said he asked for a lot of things, which he didn't expect any of them or expect all of them, but he expected at least 1 or 2. He said he asked for the right of a sponsorship. He said, which we've been ripped off. He said, we can't have sponsorship. He said, I asked for health insurance and he couldn't have it. He asked for a fighter advocate, somebody in the board meeting who will advocate for the fighters, and they wouldn't give him that. And he said he just wanted them to know that there is something that he does want. I also wanted them to think that at least consider it, please. And they wouldn't take any of it. But they did offer him, like you said, he was going to be the highest paid. They were going to offer him like $8 million, I think, over for a 3-fight contract or something. But yeah, those didn't seem like that big ass. I still find it hard to believe in something so detrimental to your health that they won't offer you health insurance. I mean, they do take care of the fighters, though, right? When they get injured, they take them to the hospital and they get them taken care of, or is that out of the fighter's pocket?
I don't know. I kind of figured it's workman's comp.
But is it, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, good question. John Jones vacated after...
He hasn't fought since February 2020.
Do you think he's still got the chops?
I'm sorry. He conflicted. There was a conflict with Dana White over pay in May of 2020, it says. And then he vacated the light heavyweight championship. He was targeted to fight heavyweight contender Nagano. That didn't work out.
Nagano actually said he wanted his 3 fights. He wanted 2 of them to be against Jones. Win or lose, he wanted to fight Jones twice. He said he wanted to fight Jones, then I can't remember who the second guy was, and then he wanted to fight Jones again. That's saying something.
Well, this is kind of convoluted here because it says he made a statement August 15th of 20 that he was going to vacate the light heavyweight championship and move up to heavyweight. And now we're 3 years later, and that fight's on March 4th, I believe.
We were talking about this, 6 months ago, how John Jones was getting big. Weren't we talking about that like a few months ago?
Yeah.
He's got the pedigree to be really big. Both his brothers.
Can he move the same at that? Can he move the same at that weight?
I don't know, but both his brothers play in the NFL.
Who's he fighting? He's fighting
Gain.
Cyril Gain, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Is this guy anybody?
Yeah. He's somebody to this last fight. I think he went in with the wrong plan or something with the fight he just lost. He didn't look like himself, but he was fighting Nagano.
And where did Nagano go now?
I'm not sure where he is moved forward to.
And of course, who is it? Jake or Logan Paul just signed with the PFL. He's going to be fighting MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how he's going to do there. That's there's a lot of people still saying that most of his boxing matches were rigged.
Well, the one, if you watch the replay in slow-mo from when he knocked out Tyrone Woodley, he never touched him.
He didn't touch him?
No.
Woodley just went down.
Yeah, I think he took a dive. Well, the video shows he took a dive.
Yeah, he got paid either way, I guess.
People do anything when they're hard up for money, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that guy was hard up for money. I'm just saying.
I don't know. What happened to Woodley? I thought Woodley was a decent fighter for a while.
He was. Once he lost his title, man, he went downhill quick.
Did he?
Yeah. I think he had signed with another promotion for a little while, and then I don't know what happened.
I definitely will be watching the John Jones fight, that's for sure. I will definitely want to see that fight.
I know John Jones changed quite a bit after the first Gustafsson fight because he got his ass beat in that fight. There were a lot of people who thought he lost.
Was that the one we watched down at Hooters that time, or that way before that?
No, that was Hooters.
But he was fighting at what, 205? What's the bottom of heavyweight? 220 or 205?
205 is light heavy.
That's light heavy. What's heavyweight's 225 or something?
I think anything over 205 you can fight at heavyweight.
So 205 is the max light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like 1/2 pound.
The max for heavyweight's 260.
I think that's what Brock Lesnar was at.
Yeah,
he was big.
There's several guys who had to lose weight to fight at heavyweight.
that's so scary. That's just scary.
I think the UFC could do themselves a lot of favors if they had a couple more divisions, like super heavyweight, middle heavyweight or something, junior heavyweight, something like that.
They need something between heavyweight and light heavyweight, or they need to adjust the weights.
And then there needs to be one between lightweight and middleweight, or no, welterweight and middleweight. I think
if you wanted to go over, because there is a limit to how big guys. I mean, nobody's fighting competitively over 400 pounds, I don't think. So I think once you get over heavyweight, instead of doing a super heavy or anything like that, if they did an open class where you could just whatever you want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would fix it.
There still has to be a limit, though.
I don't think so. You remember the original UFC? Did you ever watch when they had that big, huge fucker fighting?
Yeah,
he was a monster. Yeah, there was no
replays, but
there was no weight classes in the original UFC. There was none.
Yeah,
you just came in and you fought whoever was on the other side. You fought that guy.
Yeah,
and the big dude who actually ended up on Hawaii 5-0. He was on Hawaii. He was an actor after that. The big Hawaiian dude that got his ass beaten, his goose knocked out, that they showed a replay of 100,000 times. He got kicked in the face. The other guy that fought him broke both his hands, or at least one of his hands, on his head and couldn't continue on even though he won. But that dude ended up being an actor.
You know, Rogan talks about it a lot, especially from a health standpoint. The fighters should fight more so at their walk around weight than trying to cut so much because they dehydrate themselves.
Yeah. There's been accounts of them going to the hospital too.
Wrestlers have been doing that shit for years. High school wrestlers.
Yeah.
They ought to stop
having to cut weight, having to cut 10 pounds in water weight in a day.
I had a guy approach me one time about boxing. And
oh yeah?
Yeah. And he was like, what do you weigh? And I think at the time I was like 170. Oh, he was like, oh no, you need to fight at like 130, 135. I was like, I'm good.
That's not happening, brother.
Yeah. I was like, I ain't cutting that. I ain't cutting 40 pounds. Get out.
That's rough. Man. 40 pounds.
And like at the time, I didn't have 40 pounds. Where was I going to lose it?
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of fighters. Fucking Conor McGregor is a good example when he fought at lightweight, bantamweight. I think it's bantamweight. I can't remember all the divisions. Anyways,
he never fought at middle, did he?
He fought Nate Diaz at welterweight.
Welter.
Yeah. Yeah, the gap is between 155 and 170.
But he won the first division that he won the title in was at 145, which I think is bantamweight. But when you go look at those photos from weigh-ins, I mean, he looked like a skeleton.
Oh, he's creepy looking,
horrible.
A lot of them do.
They always look completely different when they walk in the ring, though. because they weigh in the night before, don't they?
Yeah.
Like first weigh-ins the night before.
Yeah.
But they all, I mean, it amazes me when people like miss weight. Like they weigh themselves before they go do the official. So they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Conor
just,
McGregor's looking pretty big now, too. I thought they showed pictures of him recently. He's getting jacked.
I don't know if he's ever going to fight again, man, to be honest with you. I mean, he might, but.
To be honest with you, I don't know why he would. You've already.
It doesn't make sense.
Nah.
He's made quite a bit of money. He trains fighters now, and he has like his own whiskey. He's got his own brands and stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
I mean, you can say the same thing about John Jones. I mean, unless he just blows his money, he shouldn't
No
have
pun
a need to
intended.
fight. Yeah.
I just recently rewatched some old fights on YouTube, some Ken Shamrock fights. I used to love Iceman. Chuck Liddell. I used to love watching him fight. Chuck
What was
Liddell.
it, Kimpo?
Yeah, he was a Kempo guy, but he would he just had Tito Ortiz's number. He fucking whooped his ass so many times.
Well, and then he decided to do another fight with him at like 50.
Yeah, and then he got beat, but I was like, man, come on, man.
Idiot.
You should.
It's just money
Because
fighting.
he had his number. Well, I think they fought 3 or 4 times before that, and he whooped his ass every time.
I think they had fought twice. Beat him both times. Beat the brakes.
No, it was more than that. He fought him more than twice. I think he fought him 3 times.
It might have been 3. Either way, he beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah.
Rough.
I remember watching. Go ahead.
I liked watching Liddell. I also used to like Matt Hughes.
Matt Hughes.
Yeah.
Yes, Matt Hughes was my boy. That dude was just a truck.
I saw a video of Crazy Lady at the airport today. Did y'all hear anything about it?
Which crazy lady? Or are we just referring to Karen?
Karen.
What'd she do?
I think she like jacked a fire extinguisher and sprayed it at somebody.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Well, at least
is
that's
there video.
It's better than the guy stripping down naked and running through the terminal. And
Nobody wants to tackle the naked guy. Nobody.
No, but it'd be funny to watch.
Yeah. But not funny to do. Oh, I'm not going after that guy. Yeah, fuck him.
Nah. Just tase him.
Yeah.
Just tase him.
Damn, you could tear him up pretty good too if he's naked.
God. My balls.
Got my balls. What was that? That was on what fucking movie was that?
Ow.
I can't remember. I remember Rob Riggle saying that. Oh, you got him in the face.
Oh, The Hangover.
Was that The Hangover?
Yeah. And they they were demonstrating the tasers to the elementary school kids.
That's right. That's right. Got him in the face. Rob Riggle fucking cracks me up, man. That dude's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he is hilarious. Shit.
And a Marine.
He's cracked me up in Step Brothers.
Yeah. He's funny in everything he's
It's
in.
just something about your face. I want to punch
I just want to punch it.
Is there something I can do to work on that? No. It's
Nah.
just your face.
Just your face, man.
Don't appear to be any current updates on Jeremy. Other than he's out of the
No.
hospital, they don't really.
I saw he
Go into
posted
any
on
detail.
Instagram. He posted on Instagram that he was home, and that was it. He was resting. And we got Paramount Plus because there was a bunch of shows on Paramount Plus that I wanted to start watching, and I just realized that he's on a show on there. He's got 2 seasons of some show on Paramount Plus.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
It's a good show, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the show.
At the
I'm
one
probably
with
gonna start watching
Stallone.
that. No, that's Tulsa King. I'm in the middle of that.
Yeah.
I only got 2 episodes left of that. That show's awesome.
Yeah. It gets intense at the end.
Tulsa King.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. I'm on
not.
episode 6. I just watched episode 6. I got 7 and 8 left, and that's it.
Renner's in Mayor of Kingstown.
That looks like a good show too. Is it similar? Is it a mob type show?
I mean, I guess you could say that. He's kind of like a fix-it guy,
Okay.
and a go-between between the police and the gangs.
Okay.
And speaking of Paramount, okay, Taylor Sheridan, you know who that is?
Not ringing a bell.
All right, Taylor Sheridan played in. Have you seen any of Yellowstone?
Yes. I'm getting ready to start watching that.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something else. Sons of Anarchy. You remember Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
The deputy.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the deputy in Sons of Anarchy, the one that's like chief in waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Taylor Sheridan.
Okay.
I swear he literally either he has an ownership stake or something because he's a producer on every single show that's on Paramount.
Really?
Yeah, or at least every one that I watch. He's in Yellowstone and he produces it. He produces 1923, which is a Yellowstone spinoff, 1883, which is another Yellowstone spinoff, Mayor of Kingstown,
Hell or High Water.
Yeah, Tulsa King. I mean, he's on everything.
Yeah.
He's not in all the shows, but he's on them.
Yeah, but he's got, he was.
It's like way back in the day. What was his name? Dick Wolf was one of the big writers and producers.
Dick Wolf still has everything on NBC.
I mean, that guy is huge.
Chicago PD, Law and Order, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med.
Yeah, probably all the Chicagos.
Yeah. Any kind of what's the word for it, Smitty? Cheesy show like that.
That's what we're going with, cheesy.
Yeah. Cheesy. Kind of like The Rookie, cheesy.
I watch The Rookie.
I watch it because it's cheesy.
I love cheese. There's not too many horrible movies that I can't watch. The cheesier, the better. Of course, I grew up with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you grew up with Caddyshack and Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, like Weird
Al Yankovic. Can't go wrong with that.
No, I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
You just can't go wrong with slapstick.
I mean, fucking Spaceballs. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen UHF? It's a Weird Al Yankovic movie.
I don't know.
It's actually has what's his face? Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He's in it.
I'd have to find it and watch it.
It's an older movie. It is, well, you got to watch it. It's pretty funny.
Y'all were blessed with some very good movies. I mean, Animal House.
Well, we didn't have this woke problem.
Animal House was the first movie I saw boobies in.
Oh, yeah.
I was in 4th grade, spending the night at a buddy's house for a birthday party. He was a rich kid, and he had like a whole game room in his house. He had actual pinball machines and actual arcade games in his house, and a big screen projection TV that we watched Animal House on with a VHS tape.
Did y'all have the big TV, the big wooden box TV?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. It was
about.
Like a whole entertainment center. That's what you're talking about.
Well, no, the projection TVs back then, the big screen TVs back then, like there was a projector like right here, like right down, and it shut up right on the TV. It was like a 6-foot screen TV.
No,
You're talking about
a console TV.
Yeah, it was like a 13-inch TV with like a 50-inch entertainment center around it.
I think the biggest tube you could get back then was like a 32. Yeah, and them things weighed a ton.
We just got rid of one. I had a 35-inch tube TV.
A 35.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm glad.
That thing was hard to pick up.
We had one too. We moved back from I think, man, I don't even think we brought it back with us. I think we might have left it in the rental house. It's like
Man, we just put my mom's 65-inch TV up. That thing doesn't weigh nothing.
What's that thing sticking out of the back of the TV? It's the rest of the TV, son.
It's the rest of the TV. That is the TV. That's the CRT.
You know,
cathode ray tube.
it's like that one on the wall was under 18 pounds. That was lighter than a Blu-ray when they came out. But you know, someone was saying today that could you show your kids Lyle a rotary phone, see if they can figure it out.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. They wouldn't have a clue. I could give them like a cord phone. They wouldn't know what to do.
I think the only reason my kids would know is because they've seen videos.
Alexa, call mom.
Well, I was watching the kids try and dial those phones. They pick it up and hang it up, and then they dial and then pick it up. They're like, is it doing anything? No, it's just making a noise. Then they hang it back up. They dial. They turn the rotary, and then they'd be like, no, you got one number right. And then they pick it up and put it back down like they were resetting it. Then he'd do it again. It's like, you don't have a damn clue. I don't know how many times.
Our old phone, I remember that thing getting blown off the wall a couple times. The house got struck by lightning.
Yeah. Those things carried like 30 volts. The ringer was like 30 volts.
Yeah, and they arc too.
Yeah.
You can see them sparking in the dark.
We had one of the small handheld, the small, I don't know how to explain it. The ones that went on the wall. That it was, it was one of the smaller ones anyway, but it was rotary inside the small part.
We had the dial pad or whatever.
Keypad,
that was right before the keypad.
That was a touch tone, baby.
With the 50-foot cord on it.
Oh, yeah. So you could walk from the kitchen all the way to the living room.
Yeah. That's what I was on when the plane hit the house. Them 25-foot cords. And believe it or not, I hung the phone up left-handed on the way out the door. Fucking phone just sitting there ringing the whole time. It's got fucking gas hot water heater in there and all that fuel come through the house. You're lucky it didn't explode.
You had a plane hit your house?
Yeah.
I like how you just casually said that and didn't think that we were going to circle back.
I already heard about this. You never heard about this?
I've never heard this story.
Oh.
You forgot. Were you stoned on that day? I'll take that back.
Is that a question? Was it rhetorical?
I remember going to the phone company to get your phone turned on. You had to go to the phone company and then you picked out your phone. They said, do you want a wall mount or a desk mount? And what color do you want? They had like 5 colors. It was like baby shit green, fucking that shit ass fucking 70s yellow, white, black.
It's not even beige. It's like,
that fucked up yellow color. It's like baby shit green and baby shit yellow. Those were the 2 colors. You got to pick. You want the wall phone or you want the one that sits on the desk? And be like, yeah, give me the wall phone. And you get the wall phone. And what size cord do you want? You want 10? It was like a 5, 10, or 25-foot cords you could get.
Yeah, I got no picture on there. It's a computer and don't have nothing on it. Hardcore.
I'm assuming this was when you were a kid?
High school.
Like a single engine, I'm assuming?
Yeah, 172. That's no.
They said it was like engine failure or something. Guy died.
Overloaded. One death.
Crazy. Did y'all rebuild in that same house or did it move?
House was rebuilt. I never moved back into it. Yeah.
Did they hear voices?
Sorry?
When they moved back in, they hear voices?
I don't know. I didn't go ask.
Weird shit happened.
Did anybody in your family ever live in that house again?
Yeah.
Oh, you just didn't.
I did.
That's all you needed to see. All right,
well, we had one hit. That one hit, I think it was 89 or 90, whatever it was. Around the year Jess was born, if I remember right. And the following summer, another one went down between that house and the neighbor's house. And shortly after that, they closed the airport. And that's where the new court complex is down there. That's where the old airport was. But it was overgrown, and that was the problem. They never kept the trees cut down. So you only had like 2/3 of the runway functional. And they were overloaded and overweight because they just refueled it, I think, Bear Creek. It came in for a touch and go and could not muster up over the trees. Clipped one in the backyard, turned it like this, and the left wing, what is it, starboard, I think you call it, hit right over the bathroom window and nosed it through the center of the roof and just flew inside of the house.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah. Time to move.
Yeah, the motor was in the living room about 3 feet over the couch.
I've never had a plane run into my house.
No, can't say that I have either.
Not even a car. You had that happen too?
I've been run over twice.
He's blessed.
I'm telling you.
It was low speed. I don't really count them, but technically I've been uprooted by 2 vehicles with female drivers.
I've been thrown out of a couple of cars.
I've been ejected. I've jumped out of one, intentionally.
I jumped on one and got slung off, and then I flew out of one.
Our dumbasses were, when we were younger, we had a yearly, it was a very hilly kind of neighborhood, even though it was not in the mountains. It was just like they didn't care about grading back then before they built houses. So we probably was on a 20-degree driveway, and we was horsing around, and damn car kicked out of gear and went rolling down the driveway with gravity. And everyone bailed, and I was the last one out, and it like caught my foot and kind of slung me. So I kind of went barrel rolling through the street with the car.
Nice.
It's the same neighborhood where I fractured an orbital bone, jumping a bicycle into those big ass curbs. Yeah, wonder what's wrong with me.
No, we never wondered.
Thank you for your patronage. Please share the podcast or tell a friend about it. You're listening to the program to help us support first responders and veterans alike. For those who would like to donate or subscribe to the program, you can do so at redcircle.com/Cohesion.